So yesterday, Ed Boon went ahead on Twitter to give a potential tease to a character that might be in the game as DLC, and as you read by the title of this video, that character is Dr. Manhattan. Yes, one of the core Watchmen characters might be making his way into Injustice 2. Now, last night, or whenever you're watching this, Ed tweeted out a poll, which wasn't too serious at first, but the poll said Dr. ... and then the options were Fate, Strange, Who, and My Eyes. Now, he's obviously referring to the many characters that have Doctor in their name, like Dr. Fate, Dr. Strange, Doctor Who, and Dr. My Eyes is actually a song, not a character. But anyways, right after that, he then tweets out, yeah, I guess I should have included Dr. Manhattan. Now, if you've been following Ed Boon or following the channel, you would know that when he does a poll relating to Injustice 2, usually it means something, whether that be an inclusion of a character. Usually that's what it is, or it's something like, would you guys rather like this, or would you guys rather like that? Usually whatever is in the Twitter polls Ed puts up gets put into the game. And if you remember a long while back, Ed Boon actually did a poll asking us if we'd like to see Watchmen characters in Injustice 2, and the majority of the fans voted that yes, we would like to see Watchmen characters in Injustice 2. The thing about Watchmen though is that there isn't really any character besides two that really fit Injustice. I mean, you've got Night Owl, but he's basically Batman, so he'd be better off as a premier skin if he were to be included in some way. And there are some other Watchmen characters worth noting, but the only ones that I can really see working in the game, or at least kind of half working, are Dr. Manhattan and Rorschach. And for the sake of this video, Dr. Manhattan might be that Watchmen character, so let's talk about him for Injustice 2. Dr. Manhattan would be an interesting choice for the game, to be honest, because he is super, and I mean super overpowered. His powers are limitless, and he has the power to literally change reality whenever he wants. And he can also wipe you from existence by just thinking about it. So being in a match with Dr. Manhattan, especially like a matchup with Catwoman versus Dr. Manhattan, would be extremely weird, especially if you beat him, because technically speaking, you really can't beat Dr. Manhattan. However, I can see him working with the moveset, or working gameplay wise. He has the power of telekinesis, and he has the power to duplicate himself, so having a moveset that's based on a mixture of Kenshi and Noob Saibot from Mortal Kombat with the clones can work perfectly for him. But my problem is, what are you going to do with his gear? Dr. Manhattan is almost always nude, and if he's not, he's just wearing underwear. So what are you going to do with the headpieces, the torso, the arms, and everything else? Him having armor or some robot garbage that Sub-Zero now has would almost be like an insult to the character. I mean, to be honest, I don't care who gets added as DLC, so I wouldn't mind it if Dr. Manhattan was in. I just think it would be extremely weird to see him in. So do I think Dr. Manhattan is going to make it in the game? I would probably have to say that he might when you connect all the dots. First, we have the Ed Boon tweet asking us if we'd like to see Watchmen characters. So we now know NetherRealm has discussed Watchmen characters in the game early on in development. Now, skip forward to yesterday where he tweets that he should have had Dr. Manhattan in the voting poll, and you know how it all goes down with his polls. And then that leads into this silhouette, which is the tiny guy. Now, I know you guys might think this is the Atom, but I think this might be Dr. Manhattan. And yes, before you ask, Dr. Manhattan can alter his size to however he'd like as well. He can be extremely huge or extremely small. Not to mention, Dr. Manhattan also matches the generic fighter pose and look that this silhouette has. So because of this, I'm going to have to say that I'm 80% sure this is Dr. Manhattan. The fact that the silhouette is small might be the silhouette to throw us off and make us think it's the Atom, but it's actually Dr. Manhattan. Anyways, what do you guys get from this? Do you guys think Dr. Manhattan will show up as DLC for the game? I know a lot of you guys wanted Rorschach, but hey, who's to say that you can't have both? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, it really helps out my channel. And if we can get 100 likes on this video, that would be awesome. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for more videos like this. Anyways, my name is Brosport Productions, and I'm out for now.